Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do backflips. This can be a very dangerous trick, so when learning, I advise you to use a spotter. If you don't trust any of your friends with your life, I recommend using some of the learning techniques I demonstrate later on in this video. Backflips are definitely a commitment trick, meaning you have to be confident and fully committed or else you're going to seriously injure yourself. The most important part about completing a backflip is achieving the height necessary to complete the rotation. One of the biggest mistakes that beginners make is that they have the tendency to just throw their head back, arching their back. This results in a dramatic loss of height. This may seem logical for beginners because you're doing a freaking backflip, but in reality, to complete this trick, you want to jump straight up as high as possible to have enough time to do the trick. Since vertical height in this trick is so important, it's crucial to have proper technique. When it comes to stance, you don't want your stance to be too wide or too narrow. You want it to be about shoulder width apart or maybe even a little more narrow. When it comes to your feet, you don't want to be flat-footed. You want to be nimble on your toes. You want to use your toes to your advantage. Next is about the leg bend. You don't want to go down too far or too little. This may take some experimenting because it's different from person to person, but you want to find your sweet spot to get the maximum amount of power. The key to this trick is to explode upwards. The goal is to jump as high as you can and end up with your chest facing the sky. At the peak of the jump, you want your body to almost be horizontal to the ground. At that point is when you snap your legs as fast as you can. This tuck is what initiates the flip. Another important part of this trick is coordinating your arms and your legs. When going for this trick, you bend down and you want to fully cock back your arms. And when you go for the jump, you want to snap your arms upward as fast as possible. This movement is what gives you power and momentum. When you're in the air, you want to snap your knees towards your chest as fast as possible. The tighter the tuck, the faster the spin will be, ultimately meaning it's going to be safer and easier to do. Now that you have the basic technique for a backflip, you need to find a place to practice. I learned all my tricks outdoors. I found that the grass and sand are the best ways to safely learn new tricks. Although doing the tricks on the sand can be difficult because it takes more effort to get the height. I found that the safest and best way to initially learn tricks is to do it on hillsides, be it a grassy knoll or a sand dune at the beach. It provides a relatively safe and effective way of learning new tricks. Another good way of learning backflips is doing them off of objects. This involves a little different technique in the sense that you have to jump a little bit back or else you'll land back on the object, which can cause injury. The easiest way to do backflips is off of tall objects. The height gives you more time to spot your landing, but it also presents obvious other dangers. When doing a backflip off of a tall object, you don't want to tuck the same way you do as when you're doing it off the ground or on a hillside, because you have time to slowly do your rotation. If you tuck too hard, you're going to rotate too fast and probably end up hurting yourself.